Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everybody. Dear Mr. Chairman of the Executive Committee at Royal University for Women, dear Mr. Chairman of the Board of Governors from the state of West Virginia, dear President Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University, dear Professor Mazin Juma, our President, dear esteemed deans, colleagues, students, welcome this morning for a very special session when it's not just about purple, our usual colors, but about the other colors of our great friend, gold and blue. It's our immense honor this morning to welcome a delegation from West Virginia University, our strategic partner. And for the second time in less than a year, Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University, is visiting us. So he must like it here. One of the longest serving presidents in higher education, served at various institutions such as Brown, Ohio State, second term at West Virginia University, a great friend of ours and a great supporter of this partnership between our institutions. Dr. Gordon Gee would like to address you this morning for a special thank you regarding a special effort done by our community. Please help me to welcome President Gordon Gee on stage.
My dear friends, I am humbled beyond words that I extend my deepest gratitude to you, the faculty, staff, and students of the Royal University for Women for the generous donation you made to assist with the West Virginia flood relief. The dollars you raised will help our students and families recover from the devastating loss our state endured in late June. Your generosity and thoughtfulness will never be forgotten. And it is a reminder to me that no matter how far apart we might be in the world, the human heart can reach across many miles, bringing us hope and understanding. Again, on behalf of West Virginia University, thank you. Your gift and your heart will always be remembered. And let's go Mountaineers.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to be here. I was here last year and had such a great visit with all of you that I couldn't wait to get back, and so I came back earlier than I had expected, and it is an honor to be here. I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, about the help that we received from the students, faculty, and staff here to our state, which went through a very devastating flood. In this part of the world, it's hard to imagine flooding. But it is not in our part of the world, and tremendous floods occurred. Second of all, I'd like to talk a little bit about our relationship with the university. And then I would like to take any questions any of you may have about American higher education, about things that are going on. I have over 1,000 bow ties. I get asked that question very often, how many bow ties do you have? I say, I have over 1,000. I have 1,000 active ones and 1,000 in retirement. I make the others into quilts for my 3.5-year-old identical twin granddaughters. How does that sound? So, West Virginia University is situated in the state of West Virginia, which is in the eastern quartile of the United States. It's about 3 hours from Washington, about an hour south of Pittsburgh, about 5 hours from New York, about 7 hours from Chicago. And so our state is situated in our country where we're within a driving distance, a day's driving distance of about 2/3 of the American population. That's what makes it a very interesting place. We're a rural state in a urban environment. And our history was that during the Civil War, that our university was established by Abraham Lincoln, because if those of you who can remember American history, of course, in the 1860s we had a vast civil war between the North and the South, involving slavery, involving whether or not it was going to exist as an institution. And what happened was the fact that the western part of Virginia decided to break off because it was a different part of the culture, higher in the mountains. People were much more independent, and they felt that they did not want to be part of the southern focus on slavery. And so they broke away. Abraham Lincoln declared them a state, the only state in our country ever declared a state by the President of the United States. And then shortly after he declared the state of West Virginia a state, then what he did, he received a visit from a farmer senator from the state of Vermont. And this fellow's name was Justin Morrell. I'm going to remember just, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm still having a little lag, and that was the whole reason we hired you. So that you can remind me of when I get a little old. But anyway, Justin Morrell, and so this farmer senator from Vermont came in to see Mr. Lincoln, and he said well, some people think I wasn't there when he had this conversation. I want you to know. Some people think I was. I did attend Lincoln's inauguration, though. But anyway, and he said, Mr. Lincoln, he said, it is not simply about race, it's about access to the American dream. Because at that time in our country, only the rich could go to university, only the very wealthy. That was the sole criteria for access to higher education. And either whether it was a public institution supported by the states or whether it was a private institution, they were all only for the wealthy. And so Lincoln decided to establish these land-grant universities. And what they would do is he would set aside large tracts of land. They would sell the land, and then they would establish these institutions for the purpose of building community, for the purpose of making education available to everyone. And they really focused on engineering, the mechanical arts, and agriculture. And these institutions, I believe, are the most important institutions in our country. Our university is unique among those American institutions because of the fact that it is a major research university. We will discover the cure for cancer and write great novels and do a variety of other things. So we're a liberal arts university, much like the Royal University for Women, but we're also a land-grant institution serving the people of our state, of which there are 1.8 million. We're slightly larger in population than the country of Bahrain, and also that we take our activities to every individual in our state. So if you know the American university system, we're Michigan, the University of Michigan and Michigan State combined. We're Iowa and Iowa State combined. We're Indiana and Purdue. We're better than all of those. But saying all of that, it shows the uniqueness of our institution. In a unique state, at a unique time, because we are going through an energy crisis in our country, the same way in many ways that is happening here. We defined ourselves as producing coal. One of the great coal-producing regions in the world is West Virginia. We produce much of the coal produced in the world, not simply in our country. But as you know, as we move to sustainability, as oil prices have dropped, as a variety of other things have occurred, we are going through a major change in our state, and the purpose of our university is to help our state through those changes. This flood that occurred because of the fact that we have these hills and valleys. I know that in this part of the world where it's fairly flat, it's hard to understand, but we have mountains that will go up to about 4,000 feet, and we have valleys that are very, very low, around almost around sea level. And so when it rains, it very often the rain will come down and then it will flood into these small valleys, and it literally wiped out a number of towns. Our chairman was telling me today that within a very short period of time, more rain dropped in West Virginia than drops in about 4 years in Bahrain, if you can think about that. And so that rain was very, very devastating to us. But we thank you for reaching out and helping us, and our people are grateful for that. And it has been it's been a wonderful relationship between our institutions. Now, the reason we're here is the fact that we have a delegation. Dr. David, David, raise your hand right here. Give him a round of applause. David also serves on the board of trustees of the university. William Brewstein. William, stand up. I want everyone to see you, okay? Dr. Brustein is our Vice President for Global Initiatives. I was going to say Global Affairs. That didn't sound quite right. And just joined us from the Ohio State University, where he and I served together, and he was at the University of Illinois before that, and then at University of Pittsburgh before that, is really the Dean of Global activities in our country, and we're grateful to have him here. Tom Flaherty, if you stand, Mr. Flaherty, is the chairman of our board of trustees. I'm going to ask him to come up here in a second because we're going to answer some questions about what is going on in our country regarding higher education. But we have come here. Oh, wait a second. It's my Sherpa. It's Dr. Roddy Sharma. How could I forget you, Roddy? You'll not carry any more of my bags. What can I say? But anyway, Dr. Sharma is very critical to this because, as you know, we are developing a civil engineering program here that we think will be unique and very important to our university, to your university, and Dr. Sharma is very critical in that he was the chair of civil engineering at West Virginia University. So here we are. The purpose of why we're here is the fact that we believe that the Royal University for Women is one of the most important institutions in the world, and I would just state that it's focused in a part of the world that is so enormously important in terms of the future of global affairs. It is focused on a very particular agenda of change and opportunity for women, which we know is very important, and it also is an institution that is growing in terms of its quality and its recognition around the world, and we are delighted that we have been chosen to be your partner. And in so doing, we look forward to having so many of you come and visit us, for many of our students to come and visit here, for our faculty and others to come and present Time and Change with all of you. So we are truly honored that we can be here today and to have this kind of conversation. Saying that, what I would like to do is to answer any questions, and I'm going to ask our chairman to come up here. And first of all, I'd like to have you say anything that you'd like to say, and then everyone, we want you to ask us questions about anything, because if you don't, I'm going to ask you questions. I'm a law professor. Here you go. Here, you can use that.
And I'm a lawyer, so I'm not sure whose boss is whose boss here. I think Dr. Gee has said it all. I'm just delighted to be here also. I'd love the motto where women excel. My wife of 45 years is a lifelong educator. She has taught from kindergarten, preschool, through graduate school. She has a doctorate in education, and she would love what's going on here and what you young women are doing and how you will change not this world, but the world. And I'm very excited about the opportunity for our university, West Virginia University, to be a partner and a participant with what's going on here at RUW. It's a wonderful place, and we're delighted to be here.
So I guess we can stand. So what kinds of questions can we answer for anyone? I know the first one is the hardest, so we're going to go to the second one. How does that sound? What kinds of questions do some of you have? Oh, I'm going to wait here.
I've been to West Virginia.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Have any of you, how many of you been to the United States? Let's ask that. You've been there. Okay, you ask a question, yes. I did. Did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I've been to West Virginia and West Virginia University.
Oh, you have? Good. Good. And what did you think?
Much bigger than our university.
Yeah, well, our university is about 33,000 students. About 1,000 who study. No, just kidding you. But no, it is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful institution. We want to have more of you come. Questions? Do I see any hands? Yes.
Why did you choose our university to collaborate with
Yeah. Question is, why did we choose the Royal University for Women? Well, I think it's a multiple set of factors. First of all, it's a new university developing a cause and developing a purpose, which I really like. I believe that universities should have a real purpose. I was president of a couple of institutions in our country, Brown University, which is an Ivy League institution, and Vanderbilt, which is one of the most highly selective. And I'd wake up in the morning and I say, these are wonderful institutions, but I don't know why I'm here, because they were very purposeful about just being about themselves. And I think this institution has a real purpose. Secondly of all, some of the founding members of this institution, the Alzamo brothers, are graduates of West Virginia University. And they are exuberant West Virginia University graduates, and so they gave this institution, our university, an opportunity early on to be affiliated, and we believe that having people who understand and value who we are is something that is very important in developing relationships. The third thing is the fact that we have fallen in love with your president and with your deans and with everyone else, and with your board and your. I mean, this. I hope you understand. This is a really unique institution in this country. I served on the board. I'm not certain if you knew this, Mr. Chairman. I served on the board of the King Abdulaziz University in Saudi Arabia. Wonderful institution, one of the large institutions, one of the two major universities in Saudi Arabia. But the spirit of this place is so much different, and one that I really deeply value and deeply appreciate. So thanks for the question. Questions?
Let me just add one other
Yeah.
point that your chair, Fahad Zamal, and I were in undergraduate school at the exact same time at West Virginia University. We did not know each other until a few months ago, but there's just been a connection, even though subconsciously, with this university and ours for a long, long time. And I think the short answer to that question is, as to why we chose this, because we only choose the best.
Gosh, I wish I'd have thought of that. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, any other questions that I can answer for anyone? Yes.
As I know that you are planning to have Bahrain as the hub of the international portal about the Gulf region. So what kind of activities are you planning to do with RUW as the base here?
Yeah. William, come on up here. See, we want everyone to meet. This is Dr. Brewstein.
I always love it when President Gee puts me on the spot, No, we're so pleased that we have this relationship with RUW and the global portal concept. And this will be our first global portal for West Virginia University, but it will be a hub of our activities throughout this greater region, the Gulf region, the Middle East. So we see it in terms of giving us the ability to strengthen our partnerships with RUW. We're starting with the civil engineering. We had a great discussion with Dr. Hala just a few moments ago about the business and finance, but we'll look for other areas where it can be mutually beneficial. But that these portals will serve to enhance institutional partnerships across the region. Many of them we hope to do RUW, West Virginia University together within this greater region. It'll be a place for us to work with our friends and our alumni in the greater region. It'll be an opportunity for us to develop programs where more students from this region will be able to come to West Virginia University, and likewise more students from West Virginia University will come here. And it will be a chance for us to look towards tripartite relationships. That is, RUW, West Virginia University, and industry. Industry, which both Bahrain and West Virginia will be able to work with to help advance the two universities, the region, and the industries. So it'll be a multidimensional, but we believe that we'll learn a lot from this pilot with our UW. And I look forward to coming back quite often and meeting all of you and having you come to West Virginia University and visit us. Thank you.
So, are there any other questions? If not, oh, yes, yay. You're going to get an A, or whatever the score is here. Okay, yes, ma'am. How did we find it? It found us. It was hunting for a wonderful place, and we were hunting for a wonderful place. No, I think that I would say that it was really through the combination of us hunting for a place that had a very special spirit, and I'm very serious about that, a purpose. And I want to say that again, a purpose. And also the fact that we had relationships with the Alzamo family, which was special to us also. So the two of those came together. Also, I'm a great fan of Bahrain. I think that it sits in the center of the Gulf, and it has an opportunity to really develop into an area that provides opportunities throughout this region that few of the other places can provide or will provide. And I think that there's a special spirit about the country also, and I really appreciate that. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to ask about the postgraduate degrees that West Virginia offers, and how many years does it entail, and what programs do you offer?
Yeah. Dr. David, get up here and answer that. See, I'm going to use everyone. Postgraduate degrees, okay?
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for letting me answer the question. We offer postgraduate degrees in almost all of our disciplines. We have around 197 majors in the university, and we offer postgraduate degrees at the MA level. Those degrees are either 12 months or 24 months, and then, of course, we offer the PhD. And so it depends what discipline you're interested in. What discipline are you thinking of? Finance or economics? Okay, well, those are the two disciplines where it's fairly limited. And we do have a PhD in economics, organised by the business school, and nothing in finance. We have a Master of Finance, I suppose, as a master's degree, and we do have the MBA. Yes, we have the MBA in the business school, but a PhD in economics. Yes.
But there are also, as Dr. David said, in virtually every discipline, there's a terminal degree in medicine, in pharmacology, in pharmacy, in nursing, in law, just about everything. It's a very large university that offers a lot of opportunities. There's a hand over here. Did you have a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi. I was wondering about your languages department, your modern languages department. What languages do you offer? And
We need Dr. Lisa here for this one too.
That's right. Okay, we offer languages, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Arabic, Russian, and so a whole host of languages really. And we offer those at both the undergraduate level and also at the masters.
PhD?
Not PhD, no, not PhD. Okay.
Question, do you offer women's studies?
We offer women's studies as a minor. We don't yet have a full degree in women's studies, but you can take it as a minor.
And we have a great women's studies
Yes.
center. We have one of the really progressive ones.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Well, the answer is, the question was that we're bringing in civil engineering. So the answer is yes, we are taking a look at others. Get up here, Roddy, and answer that, okay? I'm going to make them all work here.
Oh, we did not know that. I will put us through such hard work. Good morning again, everybody. So our first degree is Fall 27 in civil engineering, but we are already discussing what will be the next phase. And in that one, we are all discussing about electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, then petroleum, natural gas, then chemical engineering, and there might be more to come, and there might be some new ones which can be very unique to this place. So we are really excited, and we are looking forward to this partnership.
Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, good morning. I just want to ask, I'm so curious about, what do you think the strengths and values that our university shares with West Virginia?
The question is, what do we think are the strengths and values that our university shares with West Virginia? I think there are 2 or 3 things that come to mind. First, and I've used this word about 3 times, I think that this institution has a real purpose. It has a purpose about who it is, what it's trying to accomplish, and where it sees its future going. And that is precisely what our institution is about. As a land-grant institution, but also in a small state, when I wake up every morning, I really know why I'm there. It is to make a difference in the lives of 1.8 million West Virginians, to make their lives better, to make certain that they have access to education, opportunity, good health care, a variety of other things. I think that this is an institution that when its president wakes up every morning, he knows why he is here, which is to develop an opportunity for, in this instance, young women to really attain a life that allows them to achieve and achieve very well. Yeah.
If I may, let me just add to that, because I have only been at RUW and in this country a little over 48 hours. But there's one thing that has stood out to me that is human nature or second nature to us in West Virginia. In West Virginia, we care about each other. We enjoy life. As you can tell, there's a lot of humor with Dr. Gee and our president and all of us. We have a very collegial, very friendly relationship, but we take academics seriously. We just don't take ourselves too seriously. And there is a warmth and a caring in our administration under Dr. Gee and his entire staff for the students at our university. And I see that here. I see that here at RUW. In the short time that I've been here and met with your president, your co-chair, Dr. Mona, Dr. Vivian, and all those that I've met, there is a real caring atmosphere that they have for you and your welfare and your success. And I think that blends very well with Western University.
Any other questions? Seeing none, we're going to do one last thing. I'm going to take a selfie of all of you with me. So, here I go. Okay, everyone, look very smart. Look very smart. Smile. Yay!
Thank you, President Gee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of the chairman of the RUW Executive Committee, President Professor Mazin Juma, all faculty members, deans, and students, thank you very much for coming. And again, this friendship it's been going on for a few years, and it will last for sure for a long, long time. Thank you very much. Thank you.